For conservationists like Laurie and myself, camera traps have become a valuable aid in helping us with our work. At my centre in Surrey, we often use them to help determine whether we need to intervene and mount a rescue. And that's exactly what we had to establish on a recent call to a house in West London.
Well, this call out's a long way for us. We're right up in Chiswick. We've had a call from a lady who has seen a fox cub around for 3 or 4 days. It's calling at night, it's making a lot of noise, and she's really concerned that the parents have been killed.
The camera trap will capture pictures of any movement within its range during the night. This will enable us to see whether the fox cub is on its own or whether there's still a parent in the vicinity that's looking after it.
This should give us all the answers we're going to need. I'm going to tighten it up a little bit and then set it up carefully so it's in the right angle.
And when we look at the pictures the next day, they confirm that the young fox cub has been abandoned. Our team of volunteers need to move quickly because without our help, his chances of survival are slim.
We walk around here. This is the garage. There's a fence with a very small gap that side, right the way down to the end of the garage. So it's got to either come out here or come out there. The only choice it's got.
Because the cub is trapped between a fence and the back of a garage, there are only 2 ways that he can escape. So I send Johnny to cover one exit, while Sean and Lucy, our vet nurse, man the other.
Put that net right over that hole. Hopefully he'll run into the net. Don't try and do anything heroic then, just hold him still until there's enough hands to stop him going back in the hole again. And I'll try and push him through from the other side.
The trick now is to persuade the cub to move towards Sean's exit so we can capture him with the net.
Right. And he might well come back this way as well. Johnny, so be careful.
I push a pole with a small camera attached into the other end in the hope that it will encourage him to move in the right direction. At first, the cub seems more interested in the camera than escaping, but then he quickly turns and heads towards our net.
It came as far as the entrance and then went back again. But it was just sort of that far away.
Okay.
We decide to cover both exits with a net, but I still need something that will let us gently nudge the cub towards one of them. And the simple answer is a garden fork.
We're going to stake him.
If all else fails, spear him to the fork. No, we're just going to try to get the fork behind him. So if he does start to go back round the corner, we can ease him forward.
It's a bit brutal. I'd like him alive.
Hold that there. You hold that one there. Hold it right on tight, so I'm butting there, yeah? Don't ever doubt me, Lucy. I've been doing this for 30 years. 30 long.
Taping forks.
Arduous years, yep. I once taped a spoon ladle to the end of one of these, and I went right down about 20 foot down the chimney with a soup ladle on the end of this to scoop, I think it's probably a magpie or a jackdaw, out of the nest which had fallen down the chimney.
And it worked?
It worked. Never doubt my initiative.
We shall see.
Right, let me squeeze in there. I'm going to have to let this go as I... The idea is to try to get this the other side of the cub so it comes forward, but it is round the corner a little bit. It might not want to do it. Hello, little baby. All right, sweetheart. All right, sweetheart. All right, sweetheart.
As I try to get the fork behind the cub, he turns and heads in Johnny's direction.
He's going back to you, Johnny. Is he on top of the pole or is he behind it?
He's coming back this way.
Okay, well, to make sure you catch him if he goes.
I leave Sean in place in case the cub does an about turn and rush round to see if Johnny has managed to catch him.
Got him. Not quite how we planned, but the sort of idea was there. Well done, mate. Well done. Right, let's take him straight round to Lucy to check him. He's redder than I thought he was. Now, what sort of state do you think he's in?
Oh, he's ever so pale. He's really pale. He is dehydrated.
As well, isn't he?
And he's thin. He's probably about 4 or 5 weeks old. You can tell because his ear tips are standing up now and his eyes are starting to turn brown. So he definitely still needs his mum, though, even though he's at the age where we'd be weaning him. But he still needs mum. So you can see he's been struggling.
Right, Johnny, don't let it go now. No. In you go, sweetheart, and we'll sort you out. Cool. One fox cub contained. Well done, people. Homeward bound.
The cub turns out to be a young female, and we take her back to the hospital to check her condition more thoroughly. For the time being, we're going to put her in with some of the other orphan cubs. So Lucy marks her head to make sure that we can easily identify her.
There you go. You're getting some milk. Bless her, she's really hungry. I'm definitely really glad that we brought her back with us. She's so hungry. It was definitely the right thing to do. And what we'll do now is obviously she'll stay with us and join this as a little group. We're now up to 31 cubs now that we're looking after, and we'll keep them all until they're young adults, and then they'll go into our soft release program where they can rejoin the wild. So good stuff. They're all very interested in her.
If you like our videos, please subscribe to our channel by pressing the red button, and make sure you hit the bell to get notifications of our latest content. If you want to help us save wildlife, please donate. Every pound you give will help us to save more wildlife.